nothing I love more than a fragrant curry on a cold winter's day. So I want to share my go-to curry recipe with you. It's easy, delicious, and it's packed full of flavour. So to start, we're going to make a curry paste, and we start with a lemongrass stalk. Now we just need to chop off that woody end, and then we're just going to bash our lemongrass to loosen all those fibres inside, because they can be quite tough. And I'll finally slice them. So I'm going to be making a chicken curry with some Thai flavours, and I'm going to partner that with a beautiful papaya and coriander salad. It's just going to lift the whole dish. So don't worry about being too neat at this stage, because we're going to throw it into the food processor. Okay, so in goes our fragrant lemongrass. That smells so beautiful. And to that, we're going to add 3 cloves of garlic. Just bash them and throw them in, because they're going to be minced anyway. 1 more. And a small knob of freshly grated ginger, so that can just go straight in the top. Ginger is synonymous with Asian cooking. I always have plenty of ginger in my pantry. There we go. Now for our dry spices. So this is going to perfume our curry. We have cinnamon and beautiful cumin. And I'm going to add some chili powder. Now, I'm just going to add a pinch, about 1/4 teaspoon. But if you like a lot of heat in your curry, please feel free to add more. We're going to add a tablespoon of fish sauce. Now, fish sauce adds saltiness, but it also adds beautiful depth of flavour. And we're going to add 3 tablespoons of melted coconut oil. Now, ensure you melt your coconut oil, because what happens with coconut oil is it solidifies when it reaches room temperature. And we want the curry paste nice and loose so we can actually marinate the chicken. And then finally, zest of 1 lime. This is going to add acidity to our curry, and it's going to lift the whole dish. Very important to have an acidic element in there. You could also use kaffir lime leaves here if you don't have a lime at home. That's totally fine. Either or works. Now we're just going to quickly blitz that to form a beautiful curry paste. Looks like that paste is ready. So we're simply going to add this paste to the chicken. Now at this point, when we've marinated our chicken, if you have time, it's a great idea to let it sit for about an hour or refrigerate it overnight and intensify that flavour. But if you don't have time, the recipe still works. So just use your hands here just to ensure all the pieces are coated in that beautiful marinade. So I'm just going to let that sit there for an hour before I pop it into my pan. Chicken's marinated, so the next step is to sear it. We want to get a nice brown colour before we add all our other ingredients. So to a hot pan, I'm just going to add a little bit of coconut oil. Now coconut oil is great for frying because it can withstand really high temperatures. So we're just going to add those chicken pieces directly to the pan. And we're going to sear them on all sides. So I'm cooking with about 1 kilo of chicken breast today. That's enough to feed a family of about 5 to 6. Now we're going to cook this chicken in batches because we don't want it to stew, we just want it to brown all over. So once the first batch is done, I'm going to get on with the rest of the chicken. Okay, our last batch of chicken's done, so now it's on to frying our onions. I'm just going to add a little more coconut oil to the pan and throw these chopped brown onions in. Just give that a little twirl. Now at this point you want to be capturing all those sticky caramelised bits at the bottom of the pan, because that's going to add beautiful flavour to our curry. And then to that we're going to add chicken stock. That's going to deglaze our pan. And in go the rest of the ingredients. We've got some soy sauce. Now when you're making a gluten-free curry, just check the labelling when you're making a gluten-free curry to ensure there's no wheat starch in your soy sauce. We're also going to add some fish sauce for saltiness and depth of flavour, about a tablespoon of each. And then we add our coconut milk, which is going to give us a beautiful, luscious, thick and creamy sauce. A little bit of sugar and some lime juice. Just going to squeeze that in. Now we'll taste the curry again at the end when it's finished to see if it needs any more acidity. At that point I add some extra lime if it needs it, and if not, that's fine. Now I'm going to give that a little stir before I add my chicken back to the pan. So as you can see now, the sauce is quite thin, but what's going to happen is that chicken's going to simmer away in the sauce and it's going to thicken down in the juice beautifully. So we're going to add our chicken straight back into the pan. Make sure you're pouring in all those juices as well. There's a lot of flavour in that chicken juice. Just spread it out evenly to ensure every piece of chicken is covered. What I'm going to do is just put that on a low heat and let it simmer away for an hour uncovered. You don't want to cover it because you actually want this sauce to reduce and we want it to be nice, thick and creamy. If after an hour you see your sauce is still a little thin and runny, just simmer it for another 10 minutes until you achieve your desired consistency. Whilst the chicken is simmering, I'm going to prepare our papaya and coriander salad to serve with our chicken. Now, I love papaya because it has a beautiful, sweet, honey-like flavour. Now, in the summer months, you can actually replace the papaya with mango, and it also works great in this salsa. So the first step is to scoop out those seeds. And then all we need is about half of this papaya because we're going to add that to our bowl and just finely dice it. Papaya's done. Now we just need a little red onion. You don't need a lot of red onion here, just a little bit. Our onion goes into the bowl. Then to that, we're going to add half a chili again. I don't like too much heat. And we're going to add a handful of coriander leaves. Coriander's beautiful and fragrant. It's going to add some freshness to our salsa. And then finally, a squeeze of lime juice. This is the juice of 1 lime to add some acidity. So we're just going to give that salsa a quick stir just to combine all those beautiful tropical ingredients. Our chicken's ready and it's time to plate up. Look at how thick and creamy that sauce is. That's the consistency you want right there. So to plate up, I start with some jasmine rice on the plate. This is my favourite rice to serve with curries, especially Thai ones. Then we're going to add a few gorgeous pieces of chicken. So the chicken thighs do reduce quite a bit, as you can see. So, just ensure you don't cut them too small. Pour over some of that gorgeous sauce. And then on the side, we're going to add some of our beautiful papaya and coriander salad to add freshness to our dish. This is the best part. Let's taste. See how soft that is? That's just falling apart. I want to get a bit of papaya salad, a bit of chicken and a bit of rice on my fork. There are about 1,000 different flavours dancing on my tongue right now. It's a Thai party and you want to be invited to this one. This is a fantastic midweek dinner and it's even better the next day when those flavours intensify. Give it a go. It's really easy and delicious. Your family will love it.